careful with this new drone. We're not replacing our drone again.
Then it ran out of battery and fell in the ocean.
Hi everyone, welcome back to a new episode of Lost in Transit. We're Tom and Iz. A couple of years ago, we decided to do up an old Ford Transit, move into it, and disappear into the great outdoors. After fitting out the van and escaping lockdowns, we are finally living van life. Come along for the ride as we attempt to live, work, and play in a tiny space together while travelling the world.
Having spent 3 months in Scotland, we crossed the Irish Sea to Ireland. This series, we'll be following the wild Atlantic Way along some of the most spectacular scenery in the world.
Good morning everybody and welcome to a new episode. Hope you've all had a good week. We're still where we left you off last episode. We're still at Finian's Bay, parked up overlooking the beach. It's one of our favourite spots. We decided to stay here a couple of nights. And I'm just cooking us up a bit of a leftover breakfast with a burger inside a wrap with some beans.
We still don't have any forks, so put everything in a wrap. That's the answer. We don't really have any plans. We want to try and get round the Ring of Kerry this week. Most people do it in like a day, I think. We've given ourselves a couple of weeks to do it. But again, there's no real deadline, so we're just going to make our way along, find some nice place to park up.
We're just leaving this beautiful spot. We're just taking a quick drone shot, but it's just started pouring it down with the rain. And we've got to be careful with this new drone. We're not replacing our drone again. Here it comes! Okay, goodbye beautiful camping spot. Thank you for having us.
Oh my god, it is quite raining.
It started raining loads, yeah. First stop is actually about 100 metres up the road to the tap at the cemetery nearby that has water. So, well, that's not really that surprising. The tap has water.
So our water setup is simple. We basically have 2 tanks, one for grey water and one for fresh. But there's a really funny thing about our fresh water. We have this electric pump, submergible 12-volt pump, which is just powered by a switch on the side. But we found that when we were in Spain, because this is open, lots of water was spilling out and it was getting damp in here. So we came up with a solution, thanks to our friend Jake Price, who suggested we just put a balloon over it, and that lets enough air in that it can pump it out, but it will keep all the water in when we're going over rough terrain. So that is our hilarious water system, and like even this pipe is gaffer taped on. It's just very rough and ready.
Dom's gone onto the hedge to see if he can get a signal, and it's working apparently. Oh.
Wow, what a beautiful place this is.
In the late 13th century, the monks that were living in the Beehive Monastery on Skellig Michael actually fled that island because of bad weather and came here to Ballinskellig Priory.
So we've walked a short way down the beach and there's a little castle here, a ruined castle. Now we are back in the van after having a couple of B&B stays. We are getting back into the routine of doing the van chores. So that means finding somewhere to get water, finding somewhere to empty the grey water, finding somewhere to empty the toilet. On Park Night it said there was a place where you could empty the toilet. It was a public toilet, and we have used public toilets in the past because finding places to empty the toilet can be pretty difficult. However, this public toilet is closed. The good news is though, we've looked at a nearby campsite and all the campsites are closed at the moment because it's winter, but this one opens on the 1st of February, which is tomorrow.
Tomorrow! Really good
Really
feeling,
nice.
like it feels like I can't believe
We've survived the winter.
Yeah.
We've done it.
We've survived the hardest part of winter, and I feel like I can't believe how quickly January has gone, and it's also just really nice to know that things are opening up again. Right, next stop, groceries. We've run out of groceries, so yeah, Centra in Waterville, here we come. Yeah. Having a bit of last night's cake. The sun's come out and we've just met a couple of really lovely people. Got chatting to them and we've seen about 5 seals right here, and they're still bobbing around. You won't be able to sit on the camera, but they're really close. So here we are on what's turned out to be a really gorgeous late afternoon. We've just stumbled across another ring fort, so we're going to go check it out. Fingers crossed there's no sea terrain. So although this is called a fort, this would actually be more of a defended farmstead, and it would have had like enclosed buildings and houses within these walls. So we've stopped at Kuman Kishte, a really, really amazing viewpoint. And yeah, just the sign here saying that it's one of the best places to see the night sky, and we've definitely noticed that over the last couple of nights. Amazing view up here.
Wow, crazy.
Look at these islands.
So we're looking now over to the Barra Peninsula,
Wow.
which will be our next peninsula next week. So we've just driven down to Derry Nan, which looked like an amazing little place, but there's loads of like height barriers and no parking overnight signs and stuff, and we just thought it didn't feel right. So we've driven out the other side and we've driven down the wiggliest, windiest little road, and we were in the middle of nowhere. We found this little pier and it's really nice here. It just feels very isolated.
Right, let's go check out this harbour. It's a really cool spot we're staying at. Just like, I love how it's just us in the middle of nowhere amongst all these rocks and islands in the middle of the water. It's really unusual. Oh my god, look how clear it is! Guys, in Centra earlier we've got ourselves a whole set of cutlery. So whole pack of 4 forks, 4 knives. We're hosting people at this rate. Hey guys, so I'm just out of the van while Tom goes to the toilet. Classic van life reality, you've got to go on a little walk while the other person goes to the toilet. But I'm just feeling a bit like I want to go to the sea. Really beautiful spot we're at, but the entrance to the sea isn't looking very inviting. So like I said, I'm not really feeling like doing it, but I think I need something to just like go ahead under there and then get on with the day. Tom's editing away, so he's not going to come in with me because he's on a bit of a roll. But yeah, I'm just going to come and get Tom to watch me because it's a little bit dangerous down there. And just dip in and out. We've got the heater on, so when we come back it'll be nice and warm. Feel better. This is a quick one.
So it's a pretty grey day. I've decided that I'm just going to basically edit today. I've been doing it all morning. Isabel's been going a bit stir crazy in the van after one day. I just have a little break and we're going to go on a little walk. We're just saying these are the spots that we love, the wild, in the middle of nowhere, no one else around.
around up there. Evening all, we've just been, you know, at our desks for a bit. I've been replying to some nice comments. It's lovely chatting to everybody. I'm really enjoying like hearing all the lovely feedback. It's so nice, keep it coming. It's really like lovely to hear, and it gives us such a boost. But I've just cooked us up a aubergine, cauliflower, cabbage curry. We need loads of veg because I don't know if you've noticed recently, but in all of our videos we've been cooking so much instant food and like sandwiches, just like lazy van food because we're just not in the mood to cook. But yeah, we decided we need some veggies.
So we haven't done that much today. We've just been here at this spot. I've been editing. It's been a really productive day. I've pretty much got all of the last vlog done, just the little fancy bits to add in now. But tomorrow we're going to go off exploring. We've got loads to see all around Derrynane. So we're just brushing our teeth and then hitting the hay.
Hi everybody, see you in the morning for some exploring. Good morning!
Long overdue. I'm sure you've had to be looking at my terrible facial hair. Done! Yay! My dad said he was 30 before he could grow a beard, so that's another 6 months and then I'm expecting big bushy beards.
We're going to go and have a coffee on the rock and then head over to the Abbey on the island that's behind me, because we've got to make the most of low tide to go there so we can get across and we can walk across, which is cool. Caffeined up, ready to go on our next adventures to the Abbey on this crazy country road. It's like pristine white sand. Wow. That sea looks so nice. Yeah. We're on Derrynane Beach. We've come down to walk across to the island where the Abbey is. Woohoo!
So we've walked across to there's an island and you can only get to it at low tide, and there's actually a graveyard on the island and they still hold funerals here. So what they do is they have to time it with low tide and they'll carry the coffin over the sands over to the funeral site on the island.
So Abbey Island is obviously named Abbey Island because of the abbey on it. The ruins are from the 10th century.
We have walked down the far end of the beach because down here there is an Ogham stone. Ogham is like an ancient language, well, a script, an alphabet I guess, and it's made up of lines and they carved it into the rock. So this is Derrynane House, and this house belonged to Daniel O'Connor, who was a famous politician in Ireland, and he fought for the rights of the Irish people, mainly the Catholics, who were very persecuted against by the British who were ruling at the time. So Derrynane House is actually closed at the moment, so instead we're just going to have a little walk through the gardens.
I'll find some fairies.
And we're going to go through the fairy path and find some fairies.
Little doors all around. So we're not in the best of moods because we have just crashed the second drone into a tree by accident. We were like flying it up and we didn't know there was like a branch right above us. So yeah, it was just like an annoying thing to happen. So we're not sure whether it's repairable or not. It's only a week ago we just bought this one.
So it looks like it's working still, which is good. We're just going to go for a dip now, clear our heads, and get in the sea. It looks so nice here. we've got some exciting news, because there's a campsite that is open, and it's all the campsites have been closed over winter, and it's the first campsite we'll have stayed at, I think, in Ireland. We stayed at the marina, and we stayed at like a sort of air place in Achill, but this will be our like first proper campsite in Ireland, which is crazy, really.
We're at our campsite, Wavecrest Camping. Just so happy that the campsite's open, and we've just done all our services. We've got a really nice pitch. It's got a beautiful view across the bay, and we've just been told that we are within walking distance to a really nice pub that does live music and good food. So we might head there today, who knows. But there, this is our little pitch number 7 we're on. Not bad, eh? Not bad at all. Woohoo! Electricity pumping through. I know what we'll be putting on tonight. Electric blankets.
We are going to brave the crazy weather outside and walk to the pub, because apparently there's some live music. Oh, this has not been a great morning. A lovely campsite, really beautiful, but I was just flying the drone to get a shot, and I don't know if the like GPS on the drone had messed up when we crashed it the other day, just hit that branch, or what. It just climbed to like 500 meters, and it's only allowed to go to 120 max, and I had no control. And it just flew as high as it could, and it just went out to sea, like 2 kilometers out to sea, maybe more. And then it ran out of battery and fell in the ocean. I just had no control, I was just watching it. So yeah, that drone's gone. We're back to no drone. It was so horrible to watch. Just to have no control over what was going on. And it was beeping at me saying the battery's getting low. So yeah, I don't know what happened. Just no control, just up and away. Now, horrible. Really can't afford to keep crashing these drones. So last time we broke the drone, I was trying to stay all positive. It's just material stuff, blah blah blah. But 2 drones in 2 weeks is pretty tough going. I feel pretty annoyed, to be honest. But we've driven to Sneem and we're gonna have a look around.
It was a bad day for Lost in Transit, but I'm trying to stay positive because it is just like material object, that we are okay, like our van's okay and we're okay. It's just really, it is like just a huge amount of money. So we've come to Sneem to try and have a bit of change of scenery, positivity, trying to forget about the drone. We're on this bridge and it's really pretty in Sneem. There's lots of like different coloured houses, there's a sculpture trail, there's a river running through the town, and it's just like really picturesque. It's surrounded by all these mountains. All of the buildings have like a lot of character and like cool funky signs.
Should we find somewhere to get a coffee?
Yeah.
We've just been feeling a bit frustrated today. We haven't got up to very much, to be honest. I think what had happened is we were in a sheltered area, and as soon as I got up to a certain height, the wind just took the drone. What a really nice spot just to chill out. We are moving on now towards Cornwall. Hopefully I can catch a rugby in one of the pubs.
The mood has lifted a little bit today. We were in a bad mood yesterday about the drone. Like we do have savings, but if we carry on going through our savings like this, we aren't going to be able to carry on travelling for very much longer. Mates have just arrived, Steph and Jeff, Sophia and Sadie. I've had loads of coffee, even though I said I wasn't drinking coffee. Literally this morning I decided I wasn't drinking coffee and just had a big mega espresso.
We're just walking into town, going to see what Kenmare has to offer. Hopefully find a pub that's showing the rugby. So we've just watched the Ireland-Wales game and it was a bit of a stomping. Wales didn't really stand a chance, but it was nice to watch it in an Irish pub and hear the cheers going up.
How many Guinness did you drink?
I've been pacing myself, this is my 4th.
We're back in the van, we've just walked to Super Value with Jeffrey in the really pouring rain, and now we've all got super noodles. We're cooking them in our van, have a little pit stop, and then they're going to come back to our van and we're going to have a little cosy drink in our van. Good morning, Tom.
Good morning.
Jeffrey's got a nice walk plan for us around the town, apparently, to see some sights of Kenmare. But yeah, it's very miserable. I think we're getting our bad winter weather now in February.
Yeah, I'd move in there.
We've been very busy building a house for the fairies. We like to pretend it was Sophia who was doing it, but really,
We had a lot of fun.
we had a lot of fun.
We've left it for the fairies now.
Yeah, so now the fairies of Kenmare have somewhere to stay. We have driven a short way in Nina and we have come to a stone circle and we're just drinking a few coffees to try and see off a bit of hangover we have.
This stone circle here is from about 3000 BC. We think this is actually the largest stone circle in the southwest of Ireland, and they think this is orientated, how do you say it? There's a burial mound behind in the middle, it's called Burial Monument, and they think that this was orientated, I can't say that word, they think this was orientated for the setting sun. We're leaving this park up in Kenmare. We've been here for a couple of nights now and we're actually off to do the very sad purchase of our second drone. But yeah, we're going to go enjoy the drive, charge up our batteries, and we will see you next week. Thank you for watching.
Cheers then, see you next week, and if you'd like to leave a comment, please do. If you enjoyed the video, please give us a like.
This is Jeremy.
Jeremy! Oh yeah, I'm Germany.